What's up, people, and welcome to an impromptu video because I am really mad right now. I am livid. I am seething. I am furious. I am angry. I could think of a whole bunch of other fucking buzzwords that I could use right now for this piece of fucking shit that just showed up to the DNC. I'm gonna calm down. If you talk to most Texans, I am a Texan. I was born here. I still live here. I love my fucking state. If you talk to the average Texan, outside of the economy, the biggest issue that a Texan is going to have is going to be the border. And Texas, along with Arizona, New Mexico, places like that, have been dealing with this problem for years. Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. It's been an issue. It just so happened to get worse under Biden after Biden said, "Nah, come on over." And if you don't believe me, you can look it up for yourself. Fortunately, Google still has the YouTube clips up that you can go and watch this man say that during his campaigning. So there's that. So after we had this influx of illegal immigrants, keyword being illegal, and of course you're going to have people that are like, oh, there's no such thing as illegal people. You should be able to go wherever you want. There is not a single fucking country that exists that has open borders where you can just walk on over and the government's going to fucking take care of you, except for the United States, right? My grandparents came over legally. Half my family came over legally from Mexico, from Colombia, legally. They didn't ask for handouts. They didn't wait and stick around for the government to fucking help them do whatever, find housing, find jobs. Here, we're going to feed you. We're going to put you up in a hotel. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They didn't get any of that. And guess what? They don't want illegal immigration going on either. Why? Because it spits in the face of every single person that has come to this country the right way, that has gotten their citizenships, that are proud to be Americans. These people don't give a fuck. They just want handouts. And sorry, not sorry, but Democrats just eat this shit up and go, here, have money, have this, have that. Fuck everybody else, right? And it's infuriating. I remember a few years back, before Greg Abbott even started busing these people to different fucking Democrat states, sitting here and talking to people going, hey, it's really bad. No, I mean, it's really bad. Oh, well, there's women and children. I haven't seen but maybe one or two women or children in this last stream that I just watched. Those are all dudes. And they're all in their 20s. Just saying. And I remember sitting here watching people like Anthony Aguero, watching these people just come across, and he's asking them, where are you coming from? Oh, we're coming from Venezuela. Oh, where are you coming from? Oh, I'm coming from El Salvador. Where are you coming from? Oh, I'm coming from Nicaragua. Places like that. From everywhere. There was a documentary done of one of these, I think it was Bald and Bankrupt, or one of these people that travels, that went down through the Darien Gap and came up all the way to Mexico so he could cross the border and basically go through what these people go through, I guess. And as the train was going through Mexico, the Mexicans are sitting there throwing stuff up on the train, not because they're trying to help, but because they're like, keep fucking going. No, you go that way. We don't want you here. Keep going. Keep going. Here's some stuff so you can keep going. That's why. And now, the DNC rolls out this piece of shit fucking sheriff, Javier Salazar, who's sitting here going, oh, Kamala and Biden have been fantastic for the border. No, they fucking haven't, you disingenuous, lying piece of shit. They have not. Anybody who has two eyeballs that has been paying attention to this shit for the longest time knows that they haven't done a goddamn thing. And people are like, oh, well, the Republicans were stopping the bill. This was what, 3 years after everybody had been screaming about what's going on? After Greg Abbott starts shipping people off to Chicago, to New York, to Martha's Vineyard, and now these blue states, that have been sitting there, clapping and pointing fingers and going, oh, how good for them. Yeah, Now that they're in their backyard, now they don't fucking want it, which is exactly what happened. But yeah, I genuinely want to know how much they paid this guy to show up and embarrass us as Texans. He must be shooting for some sort of government position, because I can't think I'm going to calm down. I said I was going to calm down. I'm going to calm down. The Border Patrol flat out said, when Biden lied, saying how much the Border Patrol loves him, not even 30 seconds after he said that, the Border Patrol posted on X going, yeah, no, we've never endorsed you. We're never going to endorse you. And there is a reason for that. It's not because they love Trump. I'm not saying this shit because I love Trump. I'm saying it because it's a fucking fact. No matter how much these people want to gaslight you, and these idiots just eat it up. I don't give a shit if you're left, right, middle, up, down, whatever. This is a thing that matters. This is a thing that affects all of us, even you. It just does. But outside of that, you know what? I really don't want to listen to this guy again, but here you go.
When Donald Trump comes down to Texas, stands next to officers in uniforms just like mine, he's not there to help us. Don't think that, not for a second. He is a self-serving man.
So are you.
I mean, look, just like when he killed the border bill, he just made our jobs harder. Now, Kamala, on the other hand, has been fighting border crime for years.
Just wait. She's
gone
this
down
is
to Mexico
all complete and total
and
bullshit.
worked to stop the traffickers. And when the traffickers didn't stop, she put them in jail. Now, down in my neck of the woods, we call that fooling around and finding out. I may be paraphrasing a bit. We protect them. Now, the border sheriffs that I know, right, and
this bastard
like
looks more like a fucking game show
serve.
host than a sheriff.
We enforce the law. We show compassion. And we fight like hell to protect our border. Because as we've always known in Texas, cuando luchamos, ganamos. When we fight, we win.
This is so infuriating. So infuriating. This guy is acting like the Biden administration has done even a single thing for Texas. They haven't done a single thing for Texas when it comes to the border. Not one. They're talking about this border bill. That border bill only even came up in conversation after they couldn't hide the fact that there were millions of illegal immigrants in cities all over the United States. Then they wanted to do something about it. Not a moment before that. Once Democrat mayors, Democrat governors started going, hey, this is a problem, then they wanted to put it on the table. And then they want to act like, oh, well, it's the Republicans that stopped it. Right? And then after they continue to say shit like this, how they're like, oh, well, Trump killed the border bill. Now all of a sudden they're going, oh, well, we can actually do something about it. We don't need Congress or the Senate or anybody. We can actually fix it ourselves. Well, then why the fuck didn't you fix it? What were you waiting on? Oh, yeah. It wouldn't have gained you voters that actually want illegal immigration and want drug dealers coming over and want the cartels taking over and want human trafficking to occur. It blows my mind. Want proof? Here's the proof. To be clear, we never have and never will endorse Biden. I'm pretty sure that applies to Kamala too. Kamala, all these people give a shit whether or not you say her name wrong, but they will sit there and call Trump the second coming of Hitler. You know, I don't give a fuck. Harris, there, we'll go with Harris. Here's another thing. Here's this guy right here.
Sir.
Same sheriff. This is from 2022. Let's watch this.
Sir, tell us about what you are asking for. What are your needs?
Well, right now, thank you for having me, first off. Right now, what I'm asking for is for the president or a member of his administration that can make decisions to come down and talk to not just me, but at least 12 other Texas sheriffs from major counties in the state of Texas that are dealing with this issue firsthand. So I'd like to see somebody from Washington come down here, get boots on the ground, get eyes on the issue at hand, and then talk to us, a bipartisan group of Texas sheriffs that are really taking a common sense approach because we have to.
Sir, tell us about what you are asking for. What are your needs?
Yeah. He is not bipartisan. This dude is a Democrat. He is a leftist. He is not bipartisan. He is to the left. San Antonio, and I hate to say it, it's the truth, but most of Texas's major cities are blue. Hands down. People migrate over here. They bring their policies with them. Next thing you know, Dallas is blue, Houston is blue, San Antonio is blue, and the entire surrounding area is red, right? Now, that doesn't change the fact that there are Republicans and independents living in these blue cities, but there is a massive amount of Democrats, except I would say that the Democrats in Texas are slightly more to the center than they are anywhere else. At least the ones that I've met, that I know, that I've spoken to. But that's just an aside. If you look into this guy, he has so many problems. So many. The jails were understaffed. He's got deputies that were leaving left and fucking right. There's a lady, what was she? Oh, she was a lieutenant. Got them to settle for $395,000 because she went to the January 6th protest. And I know people are like, it was an insurrection. I watched that shit on 6 different live streams. There was a handful of people that were causing problems. And then the cops showed up and started gassing everybody. And then it actually kind of kicked off. So outside of that, there you go. Yeah, this chick went to the protest and he fired her. And here's exactly what he said. It's in this article that when she came back, Salazar gave a virtual interview in which he condemned Mathai, whatever you say her last name as, and said he intended for her to never set foot inside of the Bexar County Jail again. There was another thing that he said. Let's see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. I'm waiting on it. I know it's here. He said that the insurrection itself was a terrorist act and she was there in support of it. I'm trying to find it, but he said something that basically had a lot to do with where you can think he lands politically. And if I can find that stupid fucking deal here. Went to Washington D.C. to see Trent. Just walked around. Yeah. Unaware of the mayhem. Yeah. Okay. Stopped to use a restroom. Yeah. Okay. Didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything illegal. Okay. Oh, here we go. During an appearance at Mathai's arbitration months earlier, Salazar testified that people at the Capitol were actively trying to hunt down and lynch members of Congress. I didn't see a single fucking person in the 4 live streams that I was watching running around searching for Congress people to lynch them. I know AOC said that they were going to do that to her, but come to find out, AOC wasn't anywhere near the Capitol. So there's that. Let's look at what else this dude has got going on. 3 people accused Bexar County Sheriff's Office of contracting informant who planted evidence, sue Sheriff Salazar for false imprisonment. Each was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but released after just 2, with the DA determined an informant had been implicated in planting evidence. Yeah, this guy is just fantastic, right? Perfect representation of Democrats. There's been other accusations of this guy that the jails were in subpar condition, people were forced to sit in sewage, all kinds of shit. This dude is a fucking scumbag that wants to win a seat in higher office, so he's sitting there sucking the Democrat dick at the expense of his state. Plain and simple, sorry not sorry. But it is infuriating, and this is why I am completely fucking done with Democrats as a whole. I am so sick of the blatant lying. When Republicans lie, it gets called out immediately. I'm actually happy that that happens. I want that to happen. A Democrat does something, nobody says a goddamn word unless it's something too important that they can't fucking gaslight you and trick you into thinking it's not real. Sometimes they have to cover it. And then when they have to cover it, they may or may not tell the entire truth. This goes for the mainstream media, this goes for social media, this goes for paid fucking shills on places like X and YouTube. None of these people give a shit about the country. What they give a shit about is collecting a paycheck and trying to basically win this team sport called politics at the expense of our country. It is what it is. I said what I said. I stand by it. I stand by it. I am sick and tired of these people gaslighting all of us. If it wasn't so one-sided, if this was even across the board, maybe, just maybe, I might even consider being a Democrat. But everything I have seen the last 4 years has pushed me so far away from wanting to even touch anything fucking blue. It's not even funny. Don't get me wrong. I don't like MAGA Republicans either. And if I had a choice, I wouldn't vote for Trump or Kamala. I don't really like RFK either. But I don't think at this point we have a choice. I think we have to vote. We have to vote. We have to get rid and we have to stop this sheer amount of gaslighting that is occurring from our government and from all the institutions that are backing them up. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, fuck that guy.